The legalization of sports gambling is being talked about all over the country.
The state of Nebraska could be seeing that same discussion coming here very soon. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Pierce Corlett joins us now with more. Pierce?
Yeah, that's right, Megan and Rod. With Iowa and Kansas both looking to legalize sports gambling, it has led to some conversations about the state of Nebraska legalizing sports gambling. But it also raises some red flags for some people. With sports gambling being discussed all throughout the country, the state of Nebraska is no different. But some want to warn about the possible dangers that could come from legalizing sports gambling.
These kinds of things cause terrible problems, and it's because somebody got in over their head, became addicted, and that's what we're dealing with. It is an extremely serious problem that affects a lot of people.
These discussions come after the U.S. Supreme Court struck down the ban on sports gambling last May. And just days before the start of the 2019 Nebraska legislative session, it could be a topic of conversation in the state of Nebraska also.
Once the Supreme Court made that decision that federal law is unconstitutional, all of a sudden states all over the country decided they wanted to have sports betting, partly because they think it's attractive to their populations, but secondly because money.
And those who are for the legalization of sports gambling in Nebraska say the state is missing out on a lot of possible tax dollars.
It's going on. We know it's been going on for years. I say we legalize it, we tax it, and we regulate it.
But according to David, the possibilities of the state seeing those tax dollars might not be as easy as you think.
The problem with it is, at least one of the things that I want to point out to people, is that it's not an easy magic answer to produce money for government.
Governor Pete Ricketts has stated he is against sports gambling in the state of Nebraska.
If you look at the things that go along with gambling, for every dollar you collect in tax revenue, you spend 3 in social services, whether it's because of increased child abuse, increased spousal abuse, embezzlement, things like that. So there are no plans here in Nebraska to expand gambling.
Now lawmakers kick off this year's legislative session just a week from today. Now keep in mind, last year a bill to regulate gambling on fantasy sports in Nebraska never passed.
It'd be interesting to see what happens. Thank you.